So what's up? This is Eric Pennell, and I want to welcome you to the Success Code channel. And happy Friday. Today's Friday. I want to topic for today. I want to talk about unbreakable habits. And I was thinking about it yesterday while I was on the treadmill. What causes people to stay on track with their habits? And what allows them to ultimately break their habits? And I'll show you what I mean is, your habits defines ultimately your outcome in life, if you really think about it. So what you consistently show up to do or not do determines which avenue you're pretty much going to take in life. So as an example, if you consistently show up pretty much every day to the gym, you're working out, you're doing your thing. If you got a goal to ultimately lose 15, 20 pounds, or if your goal is just to remain healthy, you're pretty much going to end up on the successful side of being healthy or accomplish your goal, losing 15, 20 pounds, whatever that is. On the opposite end, if you sometimes show up to the gym, maybe on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you eat terrible, and then all of a sudden you go back to the gym on Friday, you're not consistently showing up and you're not doing whatever it is to keep those habits. So that's why I think about unbreakable habits. I call them non-negotiables. And non-negotiables, having standards, having morals, all those things are in the same vein, so to speak, where you individually yourself must have habits. You must have success habits that no matter what is going on around you, friends, family, whatever it is, you have to hold those habits. Hold yourself accountable to those habits. I'm a married man, wife, 2 kids, a dog, and even with that, as much as I love them, there's things that can cause me to get off track if I'm not careful about keeping my own personal habits, keeping my standards. I consistently train. I do voice training, speaking, and I do. I blog regularly. I create projects. I do graphic design. I do web design. I do various things. I sell on Amazon. I do different things that if throughout the day I didn't keep those same standards, those same habits, I would fall off track, and ultimately it's going to lead to my, demise of trying to accomplish what it is I'm trying to accomplish in life. And that's why it's extremely important, that you develop the habit of, keeping your habits, keeping the mindset that no matter what, you're going to keep those same standards, those same habits. And, sometimes family, as much as we love them, our friends, they can throw us off. And a lot of it has to do with not just so much that it's intentional, it's just that the fact that their habits and standards can at times get in the way of your habits. So if you're sitting down, you're going to go out and have dinner, but you have a meal plan, something that you're working on. So, my cheat day is on a Friday. So I work out throughout the week. I reward myself by having a cheat day on a Friday. But if we happen to go out to dinner on a Tuesday or Wednesday, it doesn't mean that I have to change my habits over to eating an unhealthy meal. There's still options on that menu that I can sustain my standards, keep the things that I want to do to live a healthy lifestyle, and keep going in the same track and path that I'm trying to go. So I want to keep this video short and sweet and just understand, man, like if you're going through the struggle right now, you have a family, you're around friends, you're around people that that can get you off track with your habits and your goals. Don't allow it to happen. Number one, it's not their fault that you get off track in your goals. That's the first and most important thing you need to understand. You can't blame them for you getting off track with your goals. You have to make them adjust to your habits, your standards, and your morals. It's not their fault. It's your fault if you get off track. That's the most important thing. The other thing about habits, I've been thinking a lot about legacy. Legacy means everything to me. The reason why I keep showing up, doing these videos, creating my passion projects, creating work that benefits people all around the world is because I want to leave a legacy. And it's got me thinking a lot about, who's going to be your voice when you're dead and gone and you're in the grave. You're going to have friends and family that are going to share memories about you. They're going to share good things. Some people are going to share bad things. But in my mind, the way I'm looking at it is, from a legacy standpoint, the technology that we have available today, when I'm dead and gone, these videos are going to be able to speak for me. Now, regardless of whatever people say about me, good, bad, or different, these videos, people will consistently be able to see that I've taken my time. It is now 7:27 in the morning. I just got finished running 5 miles on a treadmill, took a shower, and the very first thing that I came to do was sit down in front of this camera and share with the world about unbreakable habits that can make a difference in somebody's life. Everybody that looks at this, people are going to bypass it, whatever. But there's going to be one person, and that one person is the one I'm trying to reach, that can relate to what I'm saying, that's going through the struggle, trying to lead a successful life, trying to build the legacy, and this video will make a difference. And that's my legacy. That's what I want to leave with the world. And that's the reason why I hold my standards, my habits. I keep them consistent and they're unbreakable. And I think it's important that when you think about your legacy, you'll realize how important your habits are. And if you're having bad habits, if you're practicing bad habits, today's the day to start changing those and practicing whatever good habits it is you're trying to do. You want to be healthier. You want to get your finances in order. You want to have your career in check. And then ultimately your happiness. I've got 4 pillars to my life that both of all my habits leads to those 4 pillars: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And if I check the box on all 4 of those, then I know that my habits are meeting my standards and I'm doing the things that I need to do to live a happy and ultimately a successful life. So I want you to first think about unbreakable habits. Now, how do you sustain unbreakable habits? I don't want to give you all this stuff and then not leave you with some tips about how I practice about unbreakable habits. Number one, you gotta plan out what it is that you're trying to do. We only have 24 hours in a day. That's it. Nobody else gets 25, 28. We all get 24 hours in a day. And what you do with those 24 hours determines ultimately what you get done and what you're going to accomplish. So that's why it's important that you plan out what it is you need to do, whatever habits. Your workout, plan it out. Are you a writer? Plan it out. Are you working on your finances? Plan it out. Are you working on your marriage? Plan it out. It's important that whatever you do, make a habit, there's a key word, a habit to plan it out. That's number one. Number two, if you're a single person, this may not apply to you. Well, it will not apply to you. It will apply to you. The reason why I say that is because regardless if you're single, you've got friends or whatever. But most importantly, you want to negotiate. Negotiate with your family. Let them know that, hey, this is what I'm trying to accomplish in my life. I want to be healthier. I want to develop some skills. I want to do this or do that. Whatever it is you're trying to do, there's going to be times you're going to have kids that want to, hey, can we go to the mall? Can we do this or can we do that? Your wife, she want, hey, can we sit down and watch this series on Netflix? You've got to negotiate and say, hey, here's my schedule. Here's what I got planned out. It's really important to me because if I am the best that I am, I can give the best that I can to our family. And this is why I need this time. And this is the reason why you got to negotiate. in the same vein, negotiating as well, negotiating with your friends, letting them know that, hey man, like or females, I'm working on my thing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about. I need this time. Some people are going to feel disrespected because you can't consistently saying no to this, no to that, but you got standards, man. You got one life. That's it. So make sure you negotiate and let people know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And those are the two main things. And when it comes to habits, the last thing I want to leave you with is most important is your habits defines how people will treat you and how much they respect you. You may not know this, but many people in your life have treated you because of your habits and what you have consistently allowed them to do. And what I mean by that, I don't want to get too deep into relationships, but in a lot of ways, our habits allows people to treat us the way we either want to be treated or not be treated. So if you're intentional with your habits, you have standards that consistently shows that you mean business, that you're a no-nonsense person, definitely when it comes to your relationship, whether it be your friendships, your intimate relationships, whatever, your habits determines how people treat you. So I want you to think very deep about how those relationships have ended up in the past and what you have contributed to that. And I'm not sitting here saying that, what people have done should be forgiven or what they've done is just. I'm just saying, look at yourself in the mirror, raise your awareness a bit, and understand and realize how you contribute to that. And I guarantee you approach things differently going forward, right? But your habits determines how people perceive you, how they look at you, how they treat you. If you're consistently a person that shows up to be weak, you don't have high standards of, being accomplished, being serious about your life, being serious about your business, your friends treat you and speak to you a certain way based on your habits. Now, I know that's direct, and a lot of people would disagree with that, but it's extremely important to understand. So that's all I have for you today. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. Most importantly, I always like to leave with this, is that, I don't think enough people get encouragement and positive words thrown their way. And that's the reason why I have this platform. I believe in you. I've come a long way in my life. I'm not at all saying I'm the most successful person, but I'm extremely thrilled and pleased with where I am and definitely where I'm going with my personal legacy and the things I want to achieve in life. And there's one thing I could leave with you in this video is I believe in you. If there's somebody you want to lock arms with and partner with and share your struggles, share your frustrations, share your successes, share your fears, be vulnerable, I invite you to lock arms with me, because that's what I'm here for. And that's what I'd love to do. And I'm all about success. I'm all about, learning from people. I'm all about uplifting and making this world a better place. So I want you to have a great weekend. Enjoy with your friends, family, whatever it is you're doing. But most importantly, keep grinding, keep being successful. So happy Friday. Talk to you soon. Peace.